Remember when the first trailer for Titans came out and everybody just freaked the fuck out? Like, oh my god, this looks horrible. This is gonna be the worst show ever. I didn't like the trailer, but I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a chance. I'm not gonna jump on the hate train just yet. I need to see the show to really, have my opinion, have my judgment of the show. And I hate to be that guy, I hate to be that I told you so guy, but I told you! My god, this show is awesome. Now, I'm a big fan of the Teen Titans animated shows, the original Teen Titans. Like, if you're gonna make a live action Teen Titans show, it better look like that. It better feel like that. Titans is very different from Teen Titans. There's a reason why they took the Teen Titans out of the title and just called it Titans. Because this is really different. Not everyone in this show is a teen. Well, Raven and Beast Boy, they're teen. But Starfire and Nightwing, they're like the parents, and and Raven and Beast Boy is their kids. It's a really interesting dynamic. The show is very dark, both tonally and sometimes visually. Really dark. And I think that's the biggest difference between the Teen Titan animated shows and the Titans live action show. Like all the fuck Batman or the profanity, like Dick Grayson. I think like in episode 2 he stabs someone in the dick. And also from a visual point of view, it is nowhere near as colorful as the Teen Titans animated show. I don't want to sound like I'm just comparing the two shows, but I'm just making like observations here. It had this like really blue or sometimes really green, dark blue, dark green sort of template, and sometimes it works, sometimes it not really. Sometimes it's way too dark to see what's going on, especially like during like an action sequence. Also, I think it's not fair for the costume department because I could tell they worked really hard on the superhero costume, like the Robin costume. If you see like those promo image, it looked really good. Like the Robin costume looked on point. But sometimes the lighting of the show is way too dark. You can't really tell the red from the green from the yellow. So that's kind of, I think it's not fair for the costume department to work that hard to create a beautiful costume. And not just Robin, everyone else in the show has really cool costume. But due to the poor lighting, sometimes it's just, again, way too dark. You can't really, fully appreciate the work that these artists put in. So, yeah. The casting of Brenton Twains, I'm still having trouble pronouncing his last name. That casting of him as Dick Grayson, a.k.a. Robin, kind of worried me at first. I'm not, like, a huge fan of him. Like, he is certainly really good looking. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the man is beautiful. But I feel like he's just one of those, like, pretty boy that Hollywood's been trying to shove down your throat. Like, he's in all these movies, like all these young adult movies. He was in the latest Pirate of the Caribbean movie, and I didn't like him in any of those movies. I think he's got potential, but none of his performance until this one has impressed me. But boy, oh boy, is he so good as Robin. And I could tell he did a lot of his own stunt, and it looks really impressive. So Robin as the protagonist of the show works brilliantly. But Raven, I like Raven. I thought the actress did a fine job, but the character of Raven is really poorly written, in my opinion, because she's not very active. She's not doing much. Things just kind of happen to her, and she's just there waiting for people to help her, for people to rescue her. I would say like the first 5 or even 6 episodes, she is just getting driven by people, yelling, and being scared, got kidnapped, and then Robin had to rescue her. For some people, the casting of a black actress as Starfire was deemed controversial, but she kicks hella ass in this show. My god, like I'm not 100% on board with the idea of Starfire shooting literal fire out of her hands. Like, my Starfire shoot green laser. Like, her eyes, like, got green at some parts in the show, but, like, it's just really weird that Starfire is shooting fire out of her body instead of green laser. It just looks weird to me. It looks really odd. Starfire, she has this like really cool mystery to her character. Like she's just sort of wakes up and not knowing who the hell she is, doesn't know where she comes from, and then she spent the entire show just sort of unravel this mystery, like just trying to figure out who she is and what is her purpose in this mess. And I thought Beast Boy was really cool too. Like he's not as green as I hope he would be, but there are some really cool moments. They mentioned the fact that he has never killed anyone before, and he's still really new to this whole transformation thing. Like he's only transformed into like a tiger. Like the tiger is the only animal that he transforms into, and like he's still figuring out his power, I guess. And there was this really, really beautiful moment of him killing a man for the first time as the tiger, and when he turned back into Garfield Logan, his human form, he is just terrifying. And that moment was so brilliantly acted, and it was so beautiful, and I love that moment so much. Of just there's no dialogue, and he would just scare, like, my God, I just kill a guy. This first season of Titans also introduces us to the Hawk and Dove characters and the team Doom Patrol. I really, really love Hawk and Dove. I think these two have great chemistry, and when they are interacting with the Titans, there's really cool moments and has some kick-ass action scenes. And the one episode where they focus on the Doom Patrol is really charming. It's actually one of my favorite episodes of the season, and I cannot wait to see them again in their own show. I'm not really a big fan of the season finale. I feel like it was kind of a cheat, because the last like 9 episodes, they were just building up to something. They was building up to this big bad, this huge battle, and all of a sudden the season finale happens, and it was just a completely different thing. Like it just, number one, it ruined the pace of the show. Number two, it feels like a really cheap cliffhanger. I want my TV show to have like the season to have their own story, and like by the end of the season finale, that storyline is like wrapped up. Episode 10 just feels like a really extensive setup for season 2 and not really a finale, which is kind of disappointing because the previous 9 episodes are excellent. The DC Universe app started out strong with their first original TV show. If they continue to make shows like this and less of the CW one, I can see a lot of people ditching the CW or even Netflix to go see these shows at DC Universe app. I really, really enjoyed the first season of Titans, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's really funny where they were trying to hide the identity of Raven's father, but like if you're a DC fan, you already know from the get-go. The moment they mention him, like you just know who it is. Like they try to act like it's some type of mystery, and for some people it might be a mystery, but like for us DC fan, like the hardcore DC fan, we're like, I already know. Hey guys, if you got a chance to see the first season of Titans, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you enjoyed my review, hit the like button and subscribe when you see more reviews like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.